Hey, sound checks, check.
Good morning, everyone. So it is now 10:35 in the morning of the first day of the month, March 1, 2024. And I now call to order this pre-bid conference. So welcome everyone for 6 civil works projects. So to start with, may we have the roll call of participants from Engineer Flora Sara Di Visaya. Ma'am Sara, please. Thank you.
Okay, good morning once again for this pre-bid conference. First, we have our reminders. First, please be guided also of the provisions of RA 9184 and its IAR as well as the GPPB issuances. Dropping of bid on the CWA registered representatives will be allowed. If not available, SPA will be recognized subject to the following guidelines. First, the SPA should be emailed to the back secretariat using the field GIPS registered email of the company. This way, the company cannot claim forgery or no knowledge of the submission. Second, the original copy of the SPA should be submitted to the back secretariat together with a copy of company ID and any government issued ID with picture and signature. Third, only one representative per company is allowed during the bidding period due to the limited space of the conference room, and additional participants can view the live coverage or through Zoom. Third reminder, qualifications of the materials engineer should include the DPWH accreditation issued through a department order. Fourth, deadline of submission is at 10 a.m. sharp. Fifth, notary should not be taken lightly. It can lead to criminal prosecution and blacklisting. Six, bidders are directed to use the front door of the conference room. Back door is for the exclusive use of DPWH employees only. And for our house rules, referring to the prospective bidders, when called, raise your hand to be recognized. Phones on silent mode. Call should be answered outside. You for questions and any clarifications, raise your hand to be recognized and identify your name and company before raising any issue. So for our attendance, starting from our back members, we have here Attorney Ormelgo as our back chairperson, Attorney Joey Digingani, back vice chairperson, and via our Zoom online, Engineer Cristina Luz Kakayan, Engineer Maribeth D. Cantiveros, Engineer Maribeth D. Burgos, sorry. Narambol na. Narambol na gyud. Via Zoom. So, I think we're in quorum. And from the box TWG, we have here Architect Ann Coro and Engineer Jesus Ruiz. And from the back secretariat, Flora Sara Divisaya, yours truly, Engineer Salde Ayendres, Miss Annabel Mosquida, Miss Stephen Joy Esconstante. And we have here our presenters from Planning and Design Division, Engineer Nerica Kane G. Borges, Engineer Mark R.G. L. Zoleta, Mark James L. Zoleta, Jade Gabriel, and Michael June of M. Alejandria. We don't have any representative from or any participants from our prospective bidders or suppliers. But this pre-bid conference, we actually invited COA, SCASB, or Society of Contractors of Agusan, Surigao and Butuan City Incorporated, and also we invited Mr. Timoteo M. Pupa of Anti-Graft and Transparency Advocates of Surigao Incorporated or AGTC, but sorry. But there's no representative attending to this pre-bid conference. And we have here also Engineer Glenn Castañeda as member of the TWG, BAC TWG. That's all, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Since there being a quorum, let us now proceed with our pre-bid conference for the 6 civil works projects. So, okay, let us now proceed with the presentation of the projects. The presenter, whenever ready, you may proceed, ma'am. Thank you.
Good morning. I will be presenting for the project with contract ID 24N00135, construction of dike with concrete revetment along Puyo River, downstream section along abutment B of the bridge. Package 1, Habunga, Agusan del Norte. Project ID P00835818MN. Appropriation 200 million. ABC 193 million. Location Habunga, Agusan del Norte. Contract duration 300 calendar days. Opening of bids March 19, 2024. Description of works to be done. Facilities for the engineers 0.22%. Other general requirements 0.73%. Earthworks 25.33%. Bank and slope protection work 73.72%, total of 100%. Scope of work, construction of flood mitigation structure with 564.41 linear meters, stationing station 0 plus 063.19 to station 0 plus 627.627.6. Structural steel sheet pile, Z-type, with a length of 12 meters. Steel H pile, 110 kilogram per meter, with a length of 6 meters. Summary of quantities, Part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. Part LA, earthworks. Part LB, bank and slope protection works. For the minimum equipment requirement, for the breakdown of item A.1.18 and item A.1.111, item A.1116, and for the B.5 and B.72. Quarry site for item 104, 200, 311, 405 at Kabadbaran River, Dinabucan section, average hauling distance 33 kilometers from project site. Traverse, location map, typical section, 2 berms with sheet pile length of 12 meters and sheet pile length of 6 meters. And an aggregate sub-base course for the maintenance road with a width of 3 meters. For the slope protection work, the coping detail, still parapet wall, berm detail, deadman detail, and for the tie beam detail are shown on the slide. Sheet pile and H pile detail. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Are there questions, clarifications to the presentation from the TWG, sir, ma'am? Ma'am? Okay, let's proceed to the next project. Thank you.
Next project with contract ID 24N00136, construction of flood mitigation structure along Tagabaka Creek, downstream with RCBC improvement, Package 2, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. With project ID P00835848MN, appropriation 200 million, ABC 193 million, location Barangay Tagabaca, Butuan City, contract duration 300 calendar days, opening of bids March 19, 2024. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers 0.22%, other general requirements 0.72%, earthworks 9.16%, bank and slope protection works 89.90% with a total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of flood mitigation structure with a length of 810.04 linear meter. Stationing, station 0 plus 110.132 to station 0 plus 515.152, both sides. Structural steel sheet ply, 7 Z type, the length of 12 meters. Summary of quantities for the Part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. Part LA, earthworks. Part LB, bank and slope protection works. For the minimum equipment requirement, for the breakdown of the item A.1.18, item A.1.111, item A.1.116, for the item B.5 and item B.72. For the quarry site, item 104 and 200 at Ayupagan Mountain with an average howling distance of no, yeah. No, pre-howling. Item 200 at Tagibo River, average howling distance of 17 kilometers from project site. Item 311 and 405 at Kabadbaran River, Dinabukan section, average howling distance of 36 kilometers from project site. So ang item 104 and 200 at Ayupagan Mountain, sir, ma'am and sir, is free howling po. For the location plan, location map, typical cross-section, one berm with steel sheet pile length of 12 meters and 3 meters for maintenance road. Slope protection and coping detail, structural steel sheet pile detail. That's all. Thank you. For the next project with the contract ID 24N00137, construction of flood control structure along Kabadbaran River upstream, package 3, Kabadbaran, Agusan del Norte. Name project with project ID P00835844MN, appropriation 200 million, ABC 193 million, location Kabadbaran, Agusan del Norte, contract duration 300 calendar days, opening of bids March 19, 2024, description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers 0.22%, other general requirements 0.87%, earthworks 14.33%, bank and slope protection works 84.58% to the total of 100%.
Asan?
Paulit na lang, ma'am. Presentation.
So, contract ID 24N00135, construction of dike with concrete revetment along Puyo River, downstream section along abutment B of the bridge, package 1, Habunga, Agusan del Norte. With project ID P00835818 MN, appropriation 200 million, ABC 193 million, location Habunga, Agusan del Norte, contract duration 300 calendar days, opening of bids March 19, 2024. Description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers 0.22%, other general requirements 0.73%, earthworks 25.33%, bank and slope protection work 73.72%, total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of flood mitigation structure with a length of 564.41 linear meters, stationing station 0 plus 63.19 to station 0 plus 627.6, structural steel sheet pile Z-type 12 meters, steel H pile 110 kilogram per meter with a length of 6 meters. Summary of quantities, item number, for part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. Part LA, earthworks. Part LB, bank and slope protection works. For the minimum equipment requirement, for the breakdown of item 8.1.18, item 8.1.111, item 8.1.116, and for item B.5 and item B.72. For the quarry site, item 104, 200, 311, 405 at Kabadbaran River, Dinabucan section with an average hauling distance of 33 kilometers from project site. Traverse, location map, typical section, slope protection detail, sheet pile and H pile detail. That would be all. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Just proceed with the presentations.
For contract ID 24N00136, construction of flood mitigation structure along Tagabaca Creek downstream with RCBC improvement, package 2, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. With project ID P00835848MN, appropriation 200 million, ABC 193 million, location Barangay Tagabaca, Butuan City, contract duration 300 calendar days, opening of bids March 19, 2024, description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers 0.22%, other general requirements 0.72%, earthworks 9.16%, bank and slope protection works 89.9%, with a total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of flood mitigation structure, length of 810.04 linear meter. Stationing, station 0 plus 110.132 to station 0 plus 515.152, both side. Structural steel sheet pile Z-type with length of 12 meters. Summary of quantities for Part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. Part LA, earthworks. Part LB, bank and slope protection works. Minimum equipment requirement. For the breakdown of item 8.1.18, item 8, 8.1.111, item 8.1.116, item B.5 and B.72. For the quarry site, item 104 and 200 at Ayupagan Mountain, free haul. Item 200 at Tagibo River with an average hauling distance of 17 kilometers from project site. Item 311 and 405 at Kabadbaran River Dinabukan section, average hauling distance of 36 kilometers from project site. For the location map, typical cross-section, slope protection and coping detail, structural steel sheet pile detail. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Questions and clarifications? None. Proceed with the next, ma'am. Thank you.
Next project with contract ID 24N00137, construction of flood control structure along Kabadbaran River upstream, package 3, Kabadbaran, Agusan del Norte. Project ID P00835844MN. Appropriation 200 million. ABC 193 million. Location Kabadbaran, Agusan del Norte with contract duration 300 calendar days. Opening of bids March 19, 2024. Description of works to be done. Facilities for the engineers 0.22%. Other general requirements 0.87%. Earthworks 14.33% and for the bank and slope protection works 84.58% to the total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of flood mitigation structure with a length of 512 linear meters. Stationing, station 0 plus 412.5 to station 0 plus 924.5. Structural steel sheet pile Z-type with a length of 18 meters. Summary of quantities for the Part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. Part LA, earthworks. Part LB, bank and slope protection works. For the minimum equipment requirement, breakdown for the item 8.1.18, item 8.1.111, item 8.1.116, item B.5 and item B.72. Quarry site item 104, 200, 311, and 405 at Kabadbaran River Dinabukan section with an average hauling distance of 10 kilometers from project site. Location map. Typical section. Concrete slope protection detail. Coping detail. Structural steel pile, typical section. That would be all. Thank you.
Further questions and clarifications for the project? I know stuff from the previous. Okay, sir. So please proceed to the next, ma'am. Thank you.
Next project with contract ID 24N00138. Construction of flood control structures along Lake Mainit, Tubay River, Kalinawan, Caracan Section, Package 4, Tubay, Agusan del Norte. With project ID P0082037 appropriation 100 million, ABC 96,500,000, location Tubay, Agusan del Norte, contract duration 240 calendar days, opening of bids March 19, 2024, description of works to be done, facilities for the engineers 0.37%, other general requirements 1.2%, earthworks 27.44%, bank and slope protection work 71%, total of 100%. Scope of works, construction of flood mitigation structure, the length of 292.047 linear meters, stationing Station 1 plus 605 to Station 1 plus 897.047. Structural steel sheet pile Z-type, 12 meters. Summary of quantities for the Part A, facilities for the engineers. Part B, other general requirements. Part LA, earthworks. Part LB, bank and slope protection works. Minimum equipment requirement. Breakdown for the item A.1.18, item A.1.111, item A.1.116, B.5, and B.72. Quarry site, item 104, 200, 311, and 405 at Kabadbaran River, Dinabucan section with an average hauling distance of 15 kilometers from project site. For the location plan, typical section, concrete slope protection detail, structural steel sheet pile detail, and for the walkway detail, stair detail. That would be all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Comments and clarifications? None? Okay, let's move to the next projects and the next presenter. Thank you, ma'am.
Continuation for the next project. The contract ID 24N00023. Daang Marlica, Surigao, Agusan section. Kilometer 1198 plus 00 to kilometer 1199 plus 00 to kilometer 1201 plus 25 and kilometer 1202 plus 480 and kilometer 1203 plus 260 to kilometer 1204 plus 1 and 7. You have the project ID P00800162 MN. The appropriation is 210 million. The approved budget for the contract is 202,650,000. The right of way of 20 million. Contract duration of 300 calendar days. Location is in 2 by Agusan del Norte. Opening of bid is on March 19, 2024 at 10 a.m. Type of works to be done, you have facilities for the engineers, other requirements, earthworks, sub-base and base course, surface courses, drainage structures, miscellaneous structures with a total of 100%. Scope of works, road widening. Station limit as shown in the slides, project length of 3.392 kilometers. We have the summary of quantities with item, part A, facility for engineers, part B, other general requirements, part C, earthworks, with its corresponding descriptions, unit, quantities, then units as shown in the slides. Still continuation for the summary of quantities. For the part D, sub-base and base course, part E, surface courses, part G, drainage protection structures, and part S, miscellaneous structures with its unit descriptions, quantities as shown in the right side. For the grading of the quantities as shown in the right side, as shown in the slides. For the stationing, for different section of the project as shown in the slides. So for the quarry site of the project, as shown in the side, for item 200, 300, 311, 505, and 506 at Cabarbaran River, Dinabucan section in Cabarbaran City, Agusan del Norte. Average hauling distance of 20 kilometers on the project site. Still for item 104 at Cabarbaran Mountain Quarry, Cabarbaran in Agusan del Norte, average hauling distance of 20 kilometers from the project site. Location plan of the project for section 1, section 2, and section 3 is Dang Maharlika Road. And then with its corresponding geographic coordinates as shown in the slides for section 1, section 2, and section 3. And it shows in the right side is the location of the project, the beginning of the project, going towards Tubutuan. Existing 4 lanes with paved shoulder. So description of works to be done is the removal of paved shoulder into another lane. So you have the typical cross-section of the project. This is the existing 4 lanes. So we are going to add another lane and then remove the paved shoulder into other widening. And then the width is 3.8 for the locking of these 2 sections, two roadways. So 3.8 meter width with reservation for improvement. For typical cross-section of the project. Still continuation for typical cross-sections. For the cut sections, for the existing 2 lanes, then provide additional lane in the left side. 3.8 meters in width, then we have the reservation of 7 meters. And then the cut section for the side cut section of projects. Still continuation for the 6.7 meter width, then improve with 3.8, and then provide reservation 7 meters with line canal. Typical cross-section of projects. Then for the topographic plan and profile of projects, follow existing grade, existing alignment of the projects. Continuation for the plan and profile, follow existing gradient of the project. The plan and profile, continuation. The continuation with plan and profile. Continuation for the plan and profile of project. Continuation with the plan and profile. The construction of project, existing 4 lanes, then add with another lane, and then provide reservations, and then embankment materials. Still for the cross sections, add another lane to the left side, another lane to the right side, and then provide reservation embankment materials, and then slope protection embankment materials. Still continuation for the cross sections with line canal, additional 1 lane left side and right side, and then provide reservation and then line canal of the projects. So that's also for the project.
Thank you, sir. My questions po. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Including tong mga damage structures katong sa may arit. Houses then portion sa low niya po. Ma'am, na ma'am. Nag- Sa may boundary sa may Tubay o Santiago. Ang mga existing na siya nga pavement, siya nga pave shoulder. Bago pa na-laid nga mga pave shoulder. So under warranty pa ang pave shoulder. 6 days yung. Under warranty pa ang period, di man to pwede pa i-damage na to ang existing nga pave shoulder. Under warranty pa. Later. After na sa yang warranty period. Pwede pa nato i-dash ka ng under warranty period without newly nga na-pave karon nga shoulder. Wala. Wala pa kaabot lang. So pa katong nga section gap pa lang siya, sir. Igapan pa lang namo. Subject for confirmation sa additional nga 6 lane sa Kaptulay. Santana Bridge. So, diyan nga section, si gap pa lang na sa amo. Gap lang sa namo ka nga section. That's all, sir.
No further clarifications? Okay na, sir. Okay, sir. Let's proceed with the last project.
For the last project, we have the contract ID 240004. Rehabilitation, reconstruction, upgrading of damaged paved roads along Daang Marlica, Agusan, Davao section. Kilometer 1241 plus negative 321. So kilometer 1241 plus 510 and kilometer 1242 plus 25 to kilometer 1243 plus 800. By the way, sir, modification ito sir ng projects. Nagdagdag kami ng stationing. Contract ID, P0083309891MN. The appropriation is 116,541,000. The approved budget for the contract is 163,607,665 pesos. Component 1 for the rehabilitation paved road and then component 2 for the slope protections. Location is in Sibagat, Agusan del Sur. Contract duration is 270 calendar days. Opening of bid is on March 19, 2024 at 10 a.m. Type of works to be done, we have civil engineers, other requirements, earthworks, sub-base and base course, surface course, drainage protection structures, miscellaneous structures, and materials details with a total of 59.18, and then component 2 for drainage protection structures with a total of 82% for the slope protection. So scope of works to be done, we have rehabilitated the paved road and then the slope protection structures. Project length is 5.216 lane kilometer for the paved road rehabilitation, and then 2,160 square meters for the slope protection structure, as shown in the slides. We have the summated quantities for the rehabilitation paved road for the item description, unit, quantity, as planned and as PAO quantities. Part B, additional requirements. Still continuation for the part C. Units, quantities, plan and as PAO quantities. We have the rehabilitate continuation for rehabilitation paved road. For part D, part E, part G, part H, and part I. For the slope protection, as shown in the slides, for part G, drainage slope protection structures for the component 2. So the minimum requirements for the project, as shown in the slides. We have the facility for the engineers, 8.1.1, 8.1.111, until we consider the office supplies as consumables. Then the 8.1.16. Continuation for the project billboard, 4-unit project billboard. Then occupational safety net program, traffic management, the quarry side of the project. As shown in the slides, sand and gravel, boulders, with its corresponding hauling distance. This is the location plan of project for section 1. So rehabilitation of the project for the inner lane. And then the section 2 of the project, section 2, as shown on the right side, with its corresponding geographic coordinates for the beginning and stationing of the project. So this is the location for section 1, and then section 2. For section 1, this is the rehabilitation of the inner lane, the project. And then this section 2, the project. So this location of the project, rehabilitation of inner lane of the project. So the typical cross-section of the project, considering the bad conditions of the project, so we're going to remove and replace the inner lane and then provide with median. It's only for blocks, and then I'll show later the for section 1, pavement of 300mm thickness, and then the base course. And then still continuation for typical cross sections. So for the typical cross section for slope protections, so we are going to provide another lane or project and then provide the slope protections with the steel sheet piles. That's all, sir.
Thank you, sir. Are there clarifications for this project or questions? Attorney.
Right of way. Right of way. So, sir, ang issue mo gani sa right officer is daang Maharlika sir previously na-clear daw siya, sir. Na-clear na daw previously sa previous pa nga mga tuig. So mo to gi-refer na mo is di na magbalik ba kasi ang government kaya doon mo bayad. So previously daw year nabayaran daw dapita ng area. So pa sa during the time kachibili nabayad daw siya na siya mga document previously nga kani nga section unit nga na bayad na siya previously pa lang ang mga tuig kani nga mga area daang Maharlika Agusan Davao sections mo nagitanggal ang right of way component niya. Pakita. So far na bayad na sa tanan previously pala daw. Previously, unlike ta Surigao Agusan ni wala gid daw pud bayaran previously nga mga projects. So gitanggal ang right of way sa daang Maharlika Agusan Davao.
Okay, sir. So noted on that, no right of way issues for this project. No further clarifications. None. That's the last project to be presented today, sir. Okay, sir. Let's proceed with the presentation of the contract requirements. Sir Saldi, please.
Good morning, everyone. The following are the requirements of the bidding for the technical component of your bid. So first requirement is a fellowship certificate of registration and membership. It should be platinum. Number two, a second requirement, if not enrolled in CWA, the following Class A and Class B document not covered by fellowship certificate should be submitted. Number one is a pickup license and registration. Number two is a statement of all ongoing government and private project. Number three is the SLCC. Number four is NFCC. And number five is a joint venture agreement if you are engaged in joint venture. And if you are enrolled in CWE, a Class A and Class B document, and CWE should be updated. So for the bid security requirement, the following are the acceptable forms. It can be a cashier's check, manager's check issued by Universal or commercial bank for not less than 2% of ABC. Or it can be a bank draft, bank guarantee, or a revocable letter of credit issued by Universal or commercial bank for not less than 2% of ABC. Or it can be a surety bond callable upon demand issued by surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security for not less than 5% of ABC. Or it can be a bid securing declaration. For the project requirement, it shall include the following. Letter A is organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Letter B is a list of contractors' key personnel. That is C clause 14.2A sub 3 sub B of the bid data sheet. To be assigned to the contract with their complete qualification data. And letter C is a list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment units, either owned, leased, and or under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership, lease contract, purchase, and certification of availability of equipment from the lessor or vendor for the project duration. C clause 14.2 sub A sub 3 sub C of bid data sheet. And number 5 is the omnibus zoning statement in the form prescribed by GPPB resolution number 16-2020. Any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above-mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. For the financial component of your bid, so for the financial component of your bid, the following are the requirements. Number 1 is duly signed financial bid form in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 9 of bidding forms. Number 2 is a duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Number 3 is a duly signed detailed estimates, including summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. And number 4 is a duly signed quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. Again, any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of your bid. That's all, sir.
Thank you, sir. Are there any other matters at hand? No more? Okay, having discussed everything for this pre-bid conference, and there being no other matters at hand to be needed to be discussed, I now declare this pre-bid conference adjourned. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone, for coming.
Thank you, sir.